Dr. Oke.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and I think my audience can hear you. I think you guys, can you hear us? I think they can. Sorry
Oh,
for the hitch, for the technical hitch we had, but most welcome.
thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Okay, I'm so excited. I've gotten so many. I've been doing, for some of you guys who don't know what GN Inspire is all about. We are trying to bring, it's kind of an online repository of educational content, career related, personal development content. And in the past few weeks, I've been doing immigration or career related content. And people have been asking about all these immigration related questions, most of which I do not have answers. And so I went on the internet looking for an expert, and I found Dr. Oke as one of the experts. He has a YouTube channel where he shares a lot of immigration stuff, EB1, employment based green card. And later on, he will tell us more about his YouTube channel and what he shares over there. And I'll ask you guys to go over there to check more. But yeah, please, I'm so excited. I'm seeing people coming in, and it's so exciting. I was not expecting these many people to join in. So most welcome, and please keep chatting. I'm checking on my computer down here what you guys are chatting. So I'll be reading the questions later. But yeah, let's not waste a lot of time. Dr. Okay, thank you so much for honoring my invite and for coming here. I'm not taking that for granted.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's begin. Who is Dr. Oke? Tell us mostly about your academic background. Where did you study? What did you study? I know you are a mathematician, so tell us all about mathematics that you study and where are you currently? And then we will pick up from there.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc, for the invitation. I did not take it for granted. I want to welcome every one of us to this chat. Let me call it a chat because we are just giving ourselves a kind of sharing our knowledge sharing section. So, my name is Segun Oke. I I started my academic journey from Ladoke Akitola University of Technology in Nigeria, and from there I proceeded to University of Ibadan for my master's. My first degree is pure and applied mathematics. Second degree is mathematics, and the third degree is also applied mathematics. So everything is all about mathematics. So I see a lot of people struggling when it comes to immigration issue. That's why I took it upon myself that okay, I can be sharing my own little knowledge that I know for those that cares to know, you know, about what I've probably went through or passed through or passing through, just people to learn from my own mistakes so that they can't make the same mistakes. So, and the area of my research is mathematical modeling. If you check my LinkedIn, you will see a lot of my publications are there. On my YouTube page, you see a lot of mathematics, immigration. I talk more about that, and everything all about me is mathematical, applied mathematics. Thank you.
Okay. Do you mind sharing where are you currently based?
Yes, currently I'm in the States, I'm in the United States, and I work with Alabama A&M University, where I'm an assistant professor there, and I teach mathematics and I research mathematics also.
Okay, excellent. A lot of maths. I really respect maths people. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
Doctor. Okay, I have a lot of questions, but let's begin. When I was making an advert, I mentioned that we'll be talking about employment-based green card application for some of the guys, some of my audience who are interested in working in the states or who want to immigrate to the states. I know there is a lot of politics, especially at the moment, but anyway. So I personally, It is only actually, I don't know, was it last year or the 2 years ago when I got to know about the employment-based green cards, EB1, EB2, EB3, and we'll get to know about all those EBs. But I know many people know about the spouse. If you're married to a US citizen or a permanent resident in the US, you can get a green card through them. You can also get another category that is very common is the DV, diversity lottery category. And then I also know, I think those are the main two that many people know. Employment, I think also many people know, at least in Kenya, I think many people know about the nurses who go abroad under EB3. So just today, we're going to focus mostly on EB2 and maybe EB1 and maybe EB3. But or let's just say we'll just talk mostly about EB. So whatever, Dr. Oke, you want to share on EB, you can tell us. I want you to just give us a summary. What is this EB? And while you are sharing, I'll just be putting some links on the chat for people to copy and check them later. So just tell us this employment-based category of green card, just briefly, EB1, EB2, EB3, and then which one did you get? And we will get to know about your journey in a few.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. When it comes to the United States visa, they have plenty of visas that a lot of us don't even aware. My journey started in 2019 or thereabouts. No, 2018, 2019. When I was chatting a friend, and he's in the States, he did his PhD here in the States, and he just told me, he said, "Do you know you can use your Google citation to get permanent resident?" I said, no, don't be careful so that people will not. I was just telling him, be careful so that you will not put yourself into trouble. I said, it's not possible. He said, it's possible. I said, are you kidding me? He said, yes. I said, okay. How do we go about it? He said he has someone in his office that did it, and he also doing it, and he did it, and he got it. So, okay, tell me more about it. And that's how we started. And we have employment. Okay, before we move on, I would like to state this. Please, to every one of us, I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm not. I'm not an attorney or I'm not a lawyer. I just told you my background. Everything I'm going to share is just based on my own personal experience and the purpose of education. But if you want to learn more, you can read more on the links. If you need more advice, you can also. I'm like I told you, I'm not an Anthony. Don't say that. Oh, GN Inspire brought an Anthony. He said this. He said this. No, this is. I'm just a mathematician by training. So having said that, EB means employment based. Employment based. You now have different categories. We have category one, category two. Under category one, we have 1A, 1B, 1C. We have two. We have EB2. We have EB3, EB4, EB5. So some of us believe that you can only get to United States by marriage. No, especially for those of us that have first degree, second degree, or probably third degree, you are good to go. Sincerely, those little research you are doing can go a long way. Somebody can still ask, oh, what about me that I only have first degree? Yes, you are also qualified. First degree also qualifies with a particular exception. There are I have some slides that probably I will share with the our anchor later so that she can also put it on that profile. So one of the things you need to be careful with is when it comes to these EB1. What is the difference? I can see some question coming on what's different between the two. There are a lot of difference between the two. But when it comes to EB1, let me just read some certain things from their website. It said you may be eligible for an employment based first preferences, preference visa. If you are not, you are a non-citizen of extraordinary ability. Number one, you are an outstanding professor or researcher or a certain multinational executive or manager. Probably where you are working, you are in a managerial role, you are qualified. Each occupational category has a certain requirement you must follow. I'm talking about EB1 now. So that I want to also start from EB1 so that when we get to EB2, you know where you fall into. Number one category is extraordinary ability. How do they describe extraordinary ability? You must be able to demonstrate extraordinary ability in the science, arts, education, business, or athletics through sustained national or international acclaim. Then, what are the eligibility criteria for that part category? One of the uh, eligibility criteria, you must meet at least three of three 10 criteria. You must meet three out of the 10 criteria the USCIS listed. Below, I will read those criteria later on. But the part of the evidence you must, one time achievement must be probably a polystar Oscar, probably you win Oscar award, you are Olympic medalist, you've made up with that list, as well as evidence of showing that you will continue in that work in the United States of your experts. All those things, no job offer of employment or labor certification required for this category. Now, what is labor certification? Labor certification means that before you can get employed in the United States, there must be a a vacancy. That vacancy, the company must be able to tell the USA, the Labor Department that, oh, we'll try all our best, we've advertised, but unfortunately, there's nobody to fit in for now. But we are sourcing for social person outside because of this. So then they will have to get all those. It's a long thing, things they can get in that. But another thing that we can move into, outstanding professor or and researcher. Who are those people? You must demonstrate international recognition of for your outstanding achievement in particular academic field. You must have at least 3 years experience in teaching or research in academic area. For example, I'm a mathematician. So do I meet up with this? Have I been teaching for 3 years? Have I been publishing for 3 years? I can qualify in that area. Do I have what it takes to enter the United States? Have I been on? We have what we call tenure track, tenure, and we have visiting professor or probably postdoctoral study and so on. Do I have all this? If I have all this experience, it will be good to go for me to be able to, you know, push it forward. However, one of the things that we need to also learn is you must also meet at least two of six criteria for that particular aspect. As a matter of fact, a lot of us in Africa, we we have all these criteria. But unfortunately, when you are not informed, you can never be transformed. So only when you are there, that is when you know, oh, but I have this, but I have this, I have this. So that's just by the way. I will list the criteria as we are going. Then the third one is those of us in industry. Are you working with multinational company? Let's take for example, let's say, uh, just give me any multinational company in Kenya.
We can talk about let's talk about Unilever.
Yes. Now, Unilever is multinational company. Unilever is in US, is in there. So you can, as well as a manager in Unilever, get file in from Unilever. You can get a job in Unilever US, and they will file this EB1 for you, and you come in into the United States. So because you're in that role already, it's like a teaching. I've been teaching already, and I promise that I will continue the teaching when I enter. Of course, all over the world, teacher as we all need teachers, whether we like it or not. All over the world, we all need managers in different industry. Some are retiring, some are going into, some are sick, some are they need a replacement. So we need high skilled people in all our industry. However, let me quickly list those criteria. One of the evidence is you must show that you are internationally recognized prize award. Remember, I mentioned Oscar award, Olympic medalist, and so on. You must also that's number one. Number two, you must be a member of association of that field that you mentioned. As a mathematician, I belong to American Mathematical Society. Somebody who might have Kenya Mathematical Society. If you belong to that, and you now also have affiliates in America, then you are qualified. Then you must have a published material. Now, published material, major trade publication, other media, what you are doing now, as we are doing of this, is part of what they need. So majority of us, we are doing things on our own little way, but we don't know we are. Do you have media presence? If you have media presence, and what are you guys talking about today? Are you educating people? Are you in NGO? Do you think you can continue from there when you get to the United States? I think that would be fine. Then, have you judged other people's work? Have you been under the committee? Have you been in the panel whereby you are evaluating? Oh, okay, you presented this, or probably they are doing a dancing competition. You are part of the judge. And there is a letter document to back it up. These are the things we need. Then, are you an author of a scholar articles? For example, have you published papers? Have you published not the academic alone? Probably you just write up about girls' education. You just do a write up about a particular disease, or you just write up about something that all of us can read in the social media or in the online newspaper that we normally read. So these are the evidence that you have your major media presentation. Then you display artist exhibition in a particular cases, or have you lead a critical organization before? Do you command high salary where you're coming from? They are not saying you should convert your salary to United States salary. No. Let's say in Kenya, we spend shitty, right? What's
Yes.
the currency? Now,
Kenya
on
shillings.
Kenya shillings, let's say as a data scientist, how much do you think an average data scientist collects in Kenya?
Can you guys type on the chat those who are Kenyans? But I think let's use 50,000 Kenya shillings, maybe out of
Okay,
campus.
okay. Let's say somebody is collecting 50,000 Kenya shilling, and another person in the same Kenya is collecting 70,000 Kenya shilling. Okay,
Someone
somebody
said
said
45.
450.
Oh, sorry,
450.
450.
This is 450.
Richard,
Yes.
what?
Now,
I'm sorry.
okay, if somebody is collecting 450 and that's the minimum, let's say that's the minimum, and I just come and say, oh, my company pay me 500 shilling. So that means I am commanding high salary, right? In in my category, I'm still collecting high salary. Or even you can use this 45 that, oh, currently I'm collecting high salary. So it simply means you are good to go in, in most cases. So you can see that you have the evidence, you have the payslip, you have tax filing or whatever you're doing in Kenya. Because the beauty of USCIS is this. They base their judgment based on your local area, not they don't compare you with America. That's where majority of us made that mistake. We believe that everything must be in America. No, they base everything based on where you are located. I'm a Nigerian, and in Nigeria, I can say, oh, data scientists can collect it. Oh, in Nigeria, they can collect it probably 250,000 naira. Okay. So if I want to, I don't need to convert it to American currency because I'm not living in America. For those people there, they are where they are living is what we work on. Then, then do you have a commercial success in performing arts that you've done so far that you can relate? So these are the this that is the difference between that is EB1. But let's quickly go to EB2. EB2 also have their own category. Number one, EB2 is you must have advanced degree. EB2 is all about advanced degree. Look at EB1 is talking about somebody Olympic medalist, uh, extraordinary professor, and some managerial. But in EB2, you only need advanced degree. Now, what is the definition of the advanced degree? Number one, the job you apply must require advanced degree, and you must possess such a degree of its foreign currency. That's why you evaluate your results with USAIS, with WES or other body that do the evaluation. Then, if you don't have advanced degree, they now said you must have, if you have bachelor degree and plus 5 years post bachelor degree. I finished 5 years ago. I did not go for my master's, but let's say I finished as a computer scientist and I started immediately after my degree. Year one, I worked as a scientist, and so on and continue. I go and 5 years on the same field, working, other experience, and have evidence to show because EB1 to EB5, they are evidence-based application. If you don't have evidence, don't go for it. But if you have evidence, all the things you share agree where to have so anytime you are working with to obtain another transit front and back. Just please transfer my document into West US. So to do the evaluation according to the US, give you another certificate for that. So that is and those letters for those evidence now who are science
voices are breaking. That is interesting.
And I can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hi guys, can you hear us? And welcome new members. Thanks for joining. Welcome. Yeah, someone is saying it's clear now. So Dr. Okay, you can try and yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly too?
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank you for the thank you. So
yeah. So Dr. Okay, you will
criteria.
summarize if you can. I was seeing a lot of questions on the chat box. If you do not mind, let's summarize the EB2 and then we pause there and then we try to answer the question and then we continue later. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's okay.
All right. So yeah.
For the criteria, the last part of the criteria is you must have a letter to support your application. Like I said, it is evidence-based. That is, the current where you are working, you must have a letter to back it up that I'm so person. And we recommend that this person is working here, we can testify. Then also, you must have documentation, that is your full years of experience. Then if you are if your work require to be licensed, you must, like a nurse, you need a license for nursing, a medical doctor, you must be practicing where you are coming from, then you must show the high command salary, you must also be a member of society. Then I think all these requirements are more or less the same. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Okay, really appreciate that summary. And what I'm gonna do, I shared because I know you go to your channel and you have so many videos, and you go into detail. So I'm sure this 1 hour session will not be enough to cover all the details. So what I request my audience, we are doing a series of immigration related stuff. So you hang on there. We'll continue in the coming weeks. But let me just share that I've shared some links. So this is, I want to say, Dr. Okay, if I'm correct, once our audience once they've checked the USCIS and they've determined which criteria they want to try, be it EB1, EB2, EB3 to EB5, the next, I suppose, is that long process from UCIS to NVC to interview, which I'm going to post a link there so that the audience can read like all the details. But yeah, let me and to answer the questions that are streaming on the chat box, and then we will continue with other things. So the first question is, what are the difference between EB1 and EB2? And I think you've already covered that. And also for who is this asking? For Abdul, who is asking the difference, I had shared that link. I had shared the link of the EB category. You can read from USCIS website to fully understand. But I think Dr. Oke had given a brief summary. So I hope that is clear. If it's not, let us know. And someone says, I'm aware that you are required to provide your publications in support of your petition. Is it mandatory to include citation metrics in your publications?
Yes, because that is part of the evidence that truly your work is widely circulated and people are using your work, and you will continue to do the same thing when you enter the US.
Okay. And Dr. Oke, there was someone who was asking about how, if I only have, say, one publication and someone else has, I don't know, 20 in the same field, like how should I judge whether I have enough citations to try, say, for instance, EB2 extraordinary ability? How do you judge the citation number or the publication number? Yeah.
Citation is not the main thing. that they look into. It's not that you must have hundreds of citations before you go. I have seen people without citation that got it. How do they do it? What they do is very simple. Those ones that did it, everybody that finished from university, you did one small project or the other. Probably your dissertation in first degree or your dissertation in master's. You understand what I'm saying? Or you have a
Yes.
report written that you've not published.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many ways they can argue the case. That's why it is always good to engage the attorney or those that have experience in it, just to guide you. Now, you can add so many ways or around this by the time you are writing your petition. Let's say I uploaded one of my reports, probably the master that I did. We don't write a citation, but I did a report that I had me a particular man. I can upload it. I can create a research gate and upload my reports there. If I upload my reports, how many people download these reports? How many people request for this download? These are ways to go around this. It is not all you must have 500 citations. I will shock you. When I started with 11 citations. So
Okay.
when I started with 11 citations, then the lawyer that I approached, they were like, okay, you are in mathematics. We know it's difficult to publish in mathematics. So we will start with you. We'll continue with you. As time goes on, we believe your citation will continue to increase. And I started like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I got to a point, by the time they want to submit my petition, my citation has increased to 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I submitted with 22
Mm-hmm.
as a citation. Now, it now got a point as the case was going up and down, and at the end of the day, I got what we call RFE, request for
Mm-hmm.
further evidence. When I had RFE, by that time I already had 78 or thereabout citation. So I resubmitted all my documents. Remember, it's document based. They want to see the progress in you too. Are you do you just relax? You do not make any publication anymore after you submitted? No, I've published more. So I added those publications along the line, and it earned me the green card today. Thank you.
Mm, mm. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for so I hope Rance you've heard about that. Another question that's coming in, okay, did you submit the documentation yourself or did you use immigration lawyers? And actually, while you are asking that from Mateo, thank you, Theo, for that question. Dr. Oke, if you used immigration lawyers, can you also share just roughly how much finances should prospective applicants be thinking about if they want to use immigration lawyers?
So it's a business. Immigration lawyer, they charge. I've seen somebody that pay $20,000. I have seen somebody that pay $5,000. During my time, I pay $5,000 with my apart from fee. That's application fee. That was there. But now the same person that collected $5,000, they are collecting 6,000, 7,000 for people now. And we have some smart guy too. We have some teams that are doing it, advising people, walking them through. Then there's something we can do. You can do self petition. You can do it by yourself, to be candid. I've seen a friend did it by himself. I helped him for submission. I packaged after he finished everything and I submitted it for him. It was given. So it's
No?
possible you can do it by yourself. All it takes is time. If you have that patience to gather all the all the material, and do it one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you are good to go if you want to do
Mm-hmm.
it by yourself. But if you think you don't have that patience, please use an attorney.
Mm-hmm. And Doctor, okay, just being curious, if I'm a prospective applicant and I want to approach a lawyer or an attorney, and I know there are scammers as well out there, what is the best strategy to get in touch and compare? At least maybe get in touch with 4 or 5 attorneys and compare rates, blah blah blah. What would they get?
It's very simple. But it's you my website. Share it with so when you can begin to now. I don't know if it's allowed. Oh,
My audience.
I use them with green. We uh, so I use them the time and it's a lot of tools. So if you want to write someone that can help you.
Mm. And I think people you know how to do due diligence. You put your money or your information to some due diligence. I would to use do it by yourself. What is asking is you stay as one would I have to do my program before applying?
Now, if you want material,
Oh, everyone is saying the voice is breaking again.
please can you
How is we'll see if they I transition from F1 to E.
that is possible? I think I've done that. Is a student visa. For example, PhD, where I my master's, I continue during the EB2. EB2 now. They have
Mm-hmm.
possible. Yes.
Oh my god. They're just saying they can't hear us. Sorry guys. I'm sure us, or is it one of us? Sorry. going on with the audio?
Private chat.
Can you hear us? I think no, it's being recorded, so I'll be able to share it afterwards. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what I can change. I don't know what I can change. It's the internet. How is your internet, Dr. Okay? But I think
My internet
mine is okay as well. I think this is better. I just to how is mm, let me
you
refresh.
can
Let me refresh. Is it any better? Any better?
I can hear
Mhm. Hi guys, is that any better? Anyone hearing us? Oh, good. I think it's back now.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. Yeah, so let's continue. And then you guys, this is recorded, so I should be able to send the recording later. And thanks for your patience. Yeah. So Dr. Okay, you were talking about that it's possible to transition from F1 and you can explore and see if you can do EB2 even while still on your F1.
Yes, it is possible, like I said. I've seen
Yes.
many students that have done that. I can count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that have done that. What you
Okay.
need to do is, let's say you are coming from Kenya, you already probably you've done the masters, and you are coming in as F1 for your PhD. Don't forget you already have masters. You can, because the EB2 is for advanced degree. You already have an advanced degree. You can start from there.
Excellent. 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 Let's move on to the next question before the sound goes out. Someone is saying, I lost track. Where was I? Rent is asking, in the event that you receive an approval for your I-140, what are the routes available to get your spouse to get a green card as well? That is when you get married after submitting the petition.
So, two ways. If you get married after the submission, there's no problem with that. All you need to do is write to USCIS, send them the marriage certificate, send them the passport of the person bearing your name and evidence that you've married together. Once you send it to them, they will reply you. They will verify. If they see the authenticity, they will get back to you, add the person to the name, to your case. That's it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
it happens to me. I had a
Ah,
son after my approval. As a matter of fact, I had a son after when uh uh they about to call us for the interview. That was when I had a son. So I just wrote them. Then I was in England. I just wrote them that okay, this is what is happening, and they said okay. They verified. They said okay, no problem. They had the guy to my list, and that's all.
all right, all right, all right. Okay, that is good to know. So I hope that is good for rents. Someone was asking about Canada West. You talked about can the education evaluation company. So I think you talked about that. Richard is asking, do you need to be in the U.S. a legal immigrant to apply, or you can apply for this if you are currently in your country?
You can apply. Yes, I started the application from my country. So it is possible you can apply for. As a matter of fact, once you are out there, so there are. Let me quickly say this: we have three categories. We have different phases. The first phase is I-140. That is national interest waiver. National interest waiver is what you will get if you don't want to pass through the labor certification. So they will waive it for you that you are or you're already exceptional. We need you. That is what is national interest waiver means. I-140. That's what the person that said, if you have approval for I-140, what do I do? So once after the approval, that is the stage that is very powerful. For you to get the approval is the first thing. After the approval, you move to the, we now have two states, two stages. For those of us out there, we need to, okay, it's divided into two. Let me put it that way. Let's say if I'm inside now with F1, if I have approval for I-140, what do I need again? I need to apply for change of status. But for those of us out there, because I apply from outside too. So what we do is we apply for immigrant visa. They call it DS-260. You apply for immigrant visa. After the immigrant visa, they will ask you to submit all your civil documents, be it marriage certificate, be it birth certificate, your international passport. But while you are filling I-140, you already had some names, family members, especially your immediate family. That is your father, your mother, your spouse father, your spouse father, mother, their parent, then your kids. They are already there. So it will come with the approval name, approval list. So they will state all their names there. That's why I said the person should write USCI so that they can add the person into the approval list. If you just got married, you will add it to the approval list. That's why. Then for after you had your document is being completed by DS-260, that is second stage. Then the third stage comes in, which is interview. What do you do? At that point, you will do the interview. They will call you once there is priority date. We call something priority date. Once priority date is open for you, if your own is current, you can, meaning they will call you for interview anytime. And there is a space, there must be a space with the consulate, the US embassy in your own local nation, your nation. If there is a space for you and you are already on priority date, is current. Current means they are now attending to number one to five. That is current. So if they are not applying, they are not attending to you, that means your date is not a priority date to them. So you have to wait until they reach your date. So that is why you see the long queue that people normally wait a long time because they've not reached their date. But immediately they reach your date, that is priority date, then they will call you for interview. But immediately you receive the interview date, they will ask you to go and do the medical. You cannot do the medical before the interview because your medical expire for 6 months. Then, if you are doing medical, the first day of your medical, write the date somewhere because now count 6 months after that medical. That is the day you must enter US before that 6 months.
Okay.
You must enter US because your medical expires 6 months, and they don't want you to do the medical again or lose the opportunity. All they will do is once you do the interview, there's no problem. They will quickly tell you to. You will see the date there. You must enter so date on this visa.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And now that you've talked about timelines, Doctor, okay, I understand sometimes, especially in some consulates, the times are just like unbearable. They're just too long. Um, just give us an example. In your case, how long did it take from when you submitted your petition to USCIS and you got your priority date to the time you did your interview? How long did that take?
So you cannot use my case
Mm-hmm.
as a yardstick. No case is the same, depending on your locality. Number one, I did my own during the COVID-19. COVID-19 was part of what is happening during my, so I had a lot of delay. So that is why you cannot use my own as a yardstick. However, I have idea. So EB1, EB2, all of them, they are the same category green card. Family based, all of them, anything immigrants, they are the same category. So they call them one by one. So once you have, there's something we call documentally qualified. Documentally qualified means now we are certifying you, your document is okay, we are fine with your document, all your civil document you submitted, we verify, they are fine with us. However, you are waiting for the interview. Well, they will not put something there that's depending on the availability in your locality. That is where you are applying from. It's not necessary you must apply what do we from US or from Kenya. No, it's not compulsory. Anywhere you can find yourself. Okay, I'll give you an example. In my own case, I started my application in South Africa when I was doing my PhD. That was when I started from. And they said, where do you want to do the interview? I picked Nigeria as my interview area because I don't have money to bring everybody to South Africa. So I said I will do my interview in Nigeria. So along the line, I got another employment, another job in England, University of Manchester. I was with University of Manchester, so doing my stuff, and I moved my case from Nigeria to England. It is allowed. So if once I moved my case from that place to Nigeria, to England, I now started from England. I just immediately I wrote them that I'm now in England. I would like to do my interview in England. All they want to know is you are legally where you are, or you have the visa that is not because I go to US for visiting or you have B1, B2, and you said you move your kids. They will not attend to you because you must not be a visitor in that place. You must be resident in that place. You want to do your stuff. So I moved my case into England and I did my. So in England, we have few people on the queue at that time. So quickly, it helped me. It fast tracked
Okay.
my priority date. And I have a friend too that did his own in Portugal or Brazil. So after he's documentally qualified, 3 months after, they called him for interview.
Mm.
And he's in the
Okay.
US now. So
Okay.
it all depends on the country where
All
you're
right.
applying for.
Okay, that is fair enough, and I think that makes sense. Thank you for sharing. And is there another
You're welcome.
question? Where's another question? And while I'm looking for, oh yeah, Renz is also asking. Currently, the dates for submission stroke application for green card after I-140 approval are not current for all other countries. Does this mean you have to wait before you apply?
So this current thing is not for those that want to apply. You can, after you've submitted for your I-140, you wait for the approval. Only people that have approval, that gotten approval, that is when they are on the waiting list. For others, you can apply at any time. You can apply at any time. Then, because that's why I always tell people quickly apply, because your priority date is the first day they receive your document. They will send you a notice that you will receive this so day. Today is your priority date. They will put it there. So once they put that one there, it simply means they will be counting your days. If you check now, they are in 2022 for all other countries. If you check the current date, it's there on their website, on their bulletin. They release the bulletin now for the bulletin is being released for December. So you will see it there that under the bulletin, you will see that it is they put the date, the current date, they put it there. So that means those are the current, these are the dates they are treating currently.
Okay. All right, all right. I think because of time, and I know there are so many other things. Oh yeah, Rens is also asking, since Trump is coming, and I think this is a hot question. Yeah, should I avoid using policy documents from Biden Harris administration to support my petition?
Anyway, uh, government is continuity. One is the government, is administration. Whether Trump as administration, I submitted my application in first time of Trump, and that does not delay me getting approval during the Biden. So it doesn't matter. So far, it's the US. This is the US government, not individual they're dealing with. Once it's the US government that says it, and they follow it. So once if except otherwise, they said okay. If they said okay, no country should come into America, no country will come. Whether it's Trump administration, is Biden, you have nothing to you have nothing to worry about.
Okay. Let me. So Rens is also asking, share Dr. Oke's channel. I think I have it here, Dr. Oke. Let me share your channel. I think this should be the one. You can see chat box, right, Dr. Oke?
Yes, I can see.
So you will confirm that I'm sharing the right channel. Let me share it here. Where is the chat box? There you go. Yeah, so Dr. Oke, I've shared your channel on the chat box. Tell us about your channel. Why did you decide to do this YouTube thing?
Okay, I noticed something. Indians are helping Indians. Pakistani are helping Pakistanis. We can also help ourselves as an African. We can help ourselves. So sharing the information, I think, is good thing. Personally, I enjoy. Personally, I love. Those that are close to me, they know. I don't know how to hoard information. I believe you cannot transform. You can never get there without information. All of us, we are where we are today because of information. So it's an opportunity for me to share that information to people out there, just for them to learn and make use of. As a matter of fact,
Someone just told me, the guy that I said he applied from Portugal. He said, "Sir, I watch your YouTube channel and I just follow what you said. And today we have approval." And I said, "Thank God." Because I'm not the lawyer. So the only thing I do is just to pass information across. And if you can use the lawyer or if you need any guidance, if you that I can in my own capacity, if I'm not there, for those teams that I said I have some guys that are doing for people, I can introduce you to them and you deal with them. And I know them, they are trustworthy guys. They are those people that I can easily call on phone. Hey guys, what is happening? So
Mm. No, Doctor, okay, let me just give you your flowers as well. Really commendable the work you're doing. I think I watched, there is someone actually, let me give you another testimonial. The reason why I got to know about you, there is a friend who was preparing for an EB2 visa interview, and I think they were just lost about what documents to carry, because they had so many documents when they were doing I-140, and they were not sure whether to carry all of it, whether to carry a few. And they were just telling me, this guy did a presentation, like just telling I think it was an EB2 NIW, and you went so yes, I checked that video, and you went into detail about what to carry and why and all that. So anyway, just giving you testimonial that my friend went into the visa interview a bit confident, and they had all the documents. I think they were going to forget about I think they mentioned the undergraduate certificate. They had forgotten to factor in, and they were asked. And then they were like, "Oh, I'm happy I watched Dr. Oke saying, carry everything, carry all your certificates."
no, that is it. That is just the way to go. When it comes to interview at embassy, you don't know the consul. The consulate is also it's a human being. He can ask you anything. He can ask you your primary. He can ask you your secondary. Just make sure it doesn't take anything from you. If it will take you to carry your bag, just show them at the entrance. These are my documents. They will allow you to take it inside because these are the things they needed. So you must be prepared. Once you're prepared, you are good to go. Somebody asked final question.
Yes.
Somebody is asking
Thank you.
that
Renz is asking a lot of questions. Thank you, Renz. You are the most active in this chat box today. We appreciate your presence. Yeah, read it, Dr. Okay.
Listen, he said, as a self-petitioner, should I still use third-person narrative in my petition? Remember, you are the one writing for yourself. You can, if you said third-person narrative, that would be a bit interwoven. And to me, all I need is just ability to be able to represent yourself very well. You are selling markets. See yourself as a marketer at that point. Eat it at the point, at the right point. As a marketer, I'm marketing, I'm selling a product to you, telling you buy this EB1, buy this EB2. I'm not saying, and I'm sharing the testimony along the line. So it's different from I'm saying, if you buy this, the person will appreciate you. No, sell it as if you are selling it yourself. And remember, when you are writing your letter of recommenders, you have to be careful. You must be careful in writing your letter of I've done some certain videos on recommendation letter. Please go and watch them. Just take your time. In my own profile, you will see a particular one, a particular folder a particular playlist that I call immigration chat. Go through them. There is one section we had Zoom call, go through it one by one. People share their own testimony, share their own experience. So just take your time, watch those videos. After that, then it will be sure for you.
For sure. So did I forget any question? You guys let me know if I forgot any to highlight a question. But also talking about marketing, allow me to market myself and say there is a link there to subscribe to GN Inspire. This is a YouTube channel that I started to share educational, career, personal development related videos and stories like such as this one we are doing with Dr. Oke. So if you think such kind of content is interesting to you, please consider visiting my YouTube channel, checking the videos, and consider subscribing. Dr. Oke, is there anything, because now I feel like you are an expert, you've been doing a lot of this EB, is there anything we should be talking about? Or I don't know, when you reflect back to when you were preparing to make your petition, are there some things that you wish someone had told you that our audience can benefit from, like as they prepare to if they are thinking about making a petition?
So when it comes to petition, there's no experience that is a waste. You must be ability to be able to document all your experience, especially after your first degree. For those of us that have, after our bachelor, ability to be able to document each of all your volunteer work, please document them. Take your time. All the certificates, all the award that you've received. Oh, the best cleaner of the year, write it there. Oh, the best janitor of the year, put it there. Oh, the best financier of the, they are all useful when it comes to US stuff. Okay, in my church, we are doing a talent show. You are part of the panel. Please put it there. Get a certificate. If you have a certificate or you have a letter from the church, attach it. Or you had it from another organization, attach it. All these are very key. Ability to be able to document every event that happens in our lives goes a long way. And make sure your CV, they are detailed. Detailed in the sense that there must not be gap in between. At least in 1 year, you are doing something just to prove that. And truly, we are doing something, but only that we don't document it. So once you can document, you volunteer, document it. You do this, document it. It goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. No, certainly, I agree, because I feel like we sometimes we do, and then I don't know, we minimize the experiences or the volunteer work we do. So I really like that piece of advice. And then we even forget that we volunteered or we helped in certain way. I really like that. Yeah, anything else we forgot to touch on, Dr. Oke? Or any last piece of advice to my audience? And thank you guys who are still here. We appreciate you staying to the end.
So one of the major things that we can take away from this EB2 green card program is offer a promising pathway for skilled professionals and individual exceptional ability to achieve permanent residency in the United States. By understanding the eligibility criteria, navigating all these application process, and maintaining the status, applicant can unlock the door of America of their dream. So, to me, it's worth investing. To me, it's okay. It's not that because when you get to America, they will give you as a permanent resident, they will be paying you. No, don't have that mentality. Have the mentality that you are coming to contribute your own quota and make your life better for the generations to come. So I think it's worth it. I'll try.
Yeah. No, thank you, Dr. Oke. I can't thank you enough. I know you are a family man, you are a busy professor. So I really appreciate the time you've made for us, and I'm sure my audience will come there to check your employment-based content. And you also share some mathematical theories there, so any mathematician can scroll through the videos of the professor. So anyway, you guys, thank you for staying till the end. Another video is coming next week, in this series of employment based immigration. Sorry, actually I forgot. I wanted to ask, there is something, I scrolled through your YouTube and you talked about the UK version of advanced degree immigration, such things. Is it called UK talent visa?
A global
You guys
talent.
touching on it?
Global talent.
Yes, please touch on that.
Okay. Global talent is it's one of those talents that are an average that you can also explore. For those of us in professional field, you can also use. Remember, I told you I used to be in England before I moved to US. So for global talents, it's a visa of 5 years that one of the things you need what we call, you receive endorsements from different bodies. For example, Royal Academy of Engineering, the British Academy, Royal Society, Tech Nation, Art Council of England, UK Research and Innovation. These are body that governs the global talent. So all these, and there are stages. For stages, one of the requirements is you must receive endorsements from the endorsing body as the leader or potential leader in the field of academic or research, arts and culture, or digital technology. So you can switch between that particular area where you fall into. Then also education and your work experience has a lot of things to do in this. For minimum of 5 years in the stream of science, mathematics, engineering, and arts. So then you need 3 recommendation letters from your senior. For example, if you are, let's say, I'm in probably I'm a science, communication scientist. So I need some top-notch publication scientists to give me a recommendation letter for this particular visa. So once they can give me, I will add it to it, then I will submit for the endorsement. All you need is just endorsement. Then you also need a letter from your present and the senior employers. Then one of their stage, we have 2 stages. The stage 1 is endorsement by the body assessing all your documents, your skill, your ability, and achievement. Stage 2 is home office to consider whether you can switch into global talent category. So, and once you can have 5 years, once you have this visa, as soon as you have this visa, the next thing is just for you to jump into what we call, after this particular visa, you can work for anybody. They will not put the name of a particular company in your visa. Same thing goes to green card. You can work anywhere. But other visas, the name of the particular company is already attached to it. So that's the difference between them. And for global talents, if you can prove your ability, you prove through your achievement, that is why there's nothing that is a waste. Just make sure you put in your best. You don't say, oh, you don't know how to write publication. You have people that write and you can contribute. You are good to go. You can just collaborate with people that are good to go. So, and you just have to read and join those people in that category. So it's a very good thing if one can also venture into that. After that, after 5 years, I think you have LI, you have the indefinite to stay or thereabouts in the UK, which that is the next stage to become a citizen, a British. like green card now, for this particular green card we're talking about, after 5 years, for EB1, EB2, EB3, all these EB, after 5 years, you become a citizen, if you like. If you don't like to be a citizen, there's no problem. You continue to renew your green card. But the first stage for green card, they'll give you 10 years. With you have automatic work visa, 10 years. You can work since you're a permanent resident. The only difference between you and the citizen is you cannot vote. Then apart from that, but if it is for UK, for ECOWAS, no, for I've forgotten the continent that voted in the UK. We have a lot of people there. You can vote. When I was in England, I voted then because I'm qualified to vote Commonwealth. So if you're a Commonwealth country, you are coming from Commonwealth country, you can vote in England. So that's the difference between them.
Okay. You know what, Dr. Oke, we will pause here so that people can come over there to check more videos.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you guys for waiting. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your contributions. For those of us that the internet is not that stable, please try and watch the recorded version, and then I believe every one of us will enjoy it. Then you can go to that YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. Just click the one of immigration charts. You will see a lot of videos. Some videos are there. You can watch it. Thank you.
Thank you guys, and have a lovely rest of the day or lovely evening, depending on where you are. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Okay, bye.